So our next crucial moment.
Number 6, the man who wouldn't stop preaching.
Uh-huh.
Harry Lowe.
Uh-huh.
Harry Lowe was at one time a Baptist minister who was converted to the Adventist faith. And he was so on fire for God, so on fire for Adventism, that he actually went around from group to group, church to church, presenting his message. And at first no one listened to him. But he wouldn't stop preaching. And so God always honors people like that. And through his efforts, the first African-American Seventh-day Adventist church was established in Edgefield Junction, Tennessee in 1886.
Yes. Praise the Lord. You know, when I was at Oakwood, I had a chance to speak with Elder Napoleon Smith, who lived in Greensboro, North Carolina at the time. I think he was in his late 70s or 90s. This is back in the 1970s. And he was telling me that he had an opportunity to talk with Ellen White, and he passed it up. I have a sermon called The Land of No Regrets, and I start out with his story. He says his one great regret in life was that his own personal prejudice, he didn't see why he should have to talk with Ellen White, but she came to Oakwood College, and she just sat with students and just talked with him. And she answered questions, and she didn't do that too much. Just any question you want to ask me, I'll answer. He had a chance, and he said, I'll do something else. He went down to the farm and did something else. And he said, in retrospect, it's his one great life regret that his own personal prejudice allowed him to miss an opportunity to speak with a founder, a woman who was extremely close to God and spoke God's word. He didn't do it. And he said, I'll never be able to get that back. But sometimes our own prejudices, our own foibles, for want of a better term, can keep us from getting a true blessing in the Lord.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I think this book kind of touches on some of that. Our church is a wonderful church and has done very, very well. But there are some areas that we could have been a little bit better in, frankly. And could have done a little better in. And this touches on some of those. And yet it's not a negative book. I noticed that. It is a redemptive book. It is an inclusive book. It's not picking a fight or casting any blame. It's pretty much giving the facts. And with all of that, it shows that God's hand never left the church. God's hand never left people of color. God was still guiding. We could have worked a little closer with him in some areas, but